Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Brandon here, and we're back for another episode of Wristre Wednesdays. I hope you guys enjoyed the mini-series that we did the past 2 weeks on how to find the right watch for you. Today, I thought it would be a cool idea to follow up that series with how we look for watches. So today, we're going to be doing a screen recording of me looking for a few deals. We'll send some offers out. I'll show you guys how I just go through my process and how we do some price comparisons and whatnot, and we'll go from there. So hopefully we find something cool. And real quick, before we did start, I wanted to show this off a little bit. We got this in this morning. It's the new Panerai 674. Watch is in awesome condition. We'll have pictures of it up either later tonight or tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that, guys. All right, so let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm on eBay here. And I did write down a few watches over here that I'm going to try and look for. We have a little bit of money to spend. So we'll make a watch list, we'll go look at some price comparisons, and we'll try and see what price we want to be in for them. So, first place I usually start is eBay or Watch Recon. I like Watch Recon a lot, personally, mainly because it compiles all the forms together, and it pulls up everything from watchnet.com, Rolex forms, or even Watch You Seek, and so on. So the first watch I'm going to look for is a Tudor Black Bay. And these watches are really cool. We've had a bunch of them. I personally love the ones with the red bezel. We did have a steel and gold one. That one was really cool. We picked that up local to us once. So basically, what I'm looking for here is going to be a Tudor Black Bay, more so around my target price that we can negotiate to get it there. So as you can see, the prices on these are pretty spread out. You have 3,300, 2,700, 2,200. It's actually not that bad. I like them on steel though. Okay. So we're just going to go through here a little bit, and I might fast forward this up and we will go from there. So one thing that I do want to walk you through this while I'm doing this is I'm just going to give you guys some tips. So something that you want to be cognitive of is you don't want to be trying to buy from a jeweler or a dealer. They're going to be more firm on their price. The secret is to find those people who may just be regular guys like you and me, and they're trying to list their watches for sale, and maybe it's just part of their personal collection and they don't really necessarily know the market value of it, but that's how you find the good deals. So I'm looking for something that doesn't have crazy professional pictures. So something like this would be awesome. 2,225, that's great, but this is a bid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to buy it now, because I don't want to bid on anything like that. I don't want to get into bidding wars with these guys. And I'm going to do US only. And let's say we will go through this. Yeah, so just a pro tip as well. One thing when you're trying to get somebody off eBay, and what I mean by that is do the deal not through eBay's payment system, because eBay takes a rather large percentage off the sale, and so does PayPal. It's almost like 13% all around the board. So with that being said, what we can do is we can actually use that negotiating to our advantage while we're talking to them. And we could just be like, hey, this is what you're going to net to you anyway. Maybe we can do a deal off eBay, either through PayPal Friends and Family or Bankwire. And of course, going back to the first video we put out, always make sure you can trust the person you're doing business with, because there is no buyer protection this way. But the best way for you to do that is get references, get a picture of their ID or like their driver's license. Just have all your ducks in line. And that can definitely save you a lot of money, so you're not paying full price on eBay. And the person who's selling the watch is going to make the same amount of money anyway. So as long as you can assure them and give them some type of security behind the sale, then they're not necessarily at a loss on that one, are they? All right, so right now we're looking at 8377 Sandra. That's the username. And something I don't really like is when I'm looking at someone on eBay who also sells watches, because like we were talking about, they're probably going to be more firm on their price and whatnot. But look, this is the only watch he's selling. He has awesome eBay reviews, and he's got 297 positive, no negative. He's got recent eBay reviews here as well. Check it out. April 1st, April 1st, April 1st. And this is what I do too. So you want to make sure that eBay accounts are recent and that they have some type of reviews on them. Feedback, 4,900. That's awesome. Great communication. Pleasure to do business with. All right, so this guy looks legit. Doesn't look like he has like some type of hacked eBay account, which can happen. He's got a bunch of great ratings, and it looks like he's not a dealer. So this is the watch that we're looking at. Tudor Heritage Black Bay stainless steel. Bring it up. Looks like he's got the full thing. Pictures aren't that great, but I can tell that the watch looks like it's in pretty decent condition. All right, so let's do a price comparison on this. So Tudor Heritage Black Bay, sorry, I keep stuttering with that. Tudor Heritage Black Bay, stainless steel watch model. And here's our reference number. So now we're gonna do a little bit of a price check on it. So the first thing I do is I come to Chrono 24. And I just throw that reference in there. Chrono 24 is awesome because you can search by reference. Boom, right there. Tudor. And, okay, so he's high. Or a little too high. He's at 2,900. And I really want this at 2. Because as you can see, I have a watch here, 2,600, 2,900, 2,500, 2,700, 2,700. And these are all watches in the US for the most part. And you could always filter that out by location on Chrono 24. And you can come right here, and these are all going to be United States watches now. So the average price I'm seeing for these around like the high 2s. So if I'm anywhere in the low 2s, that's a price I would not mind owning this at. This is the lowest one right here, $25.49. So here's what we're going to do. And I usually just pull this up really quick just so I can get an idea. But if I have 2,900... and he's going to lose about 13% on it. He's going to net 2,500. So I'm going to try and see if I can negotiate this guy down a couple $100 and try and get close to 2,100 or 2,200. So we'll leave this one for now. But first, we're just going to continue our price check on eBay to see if anything's up here. So that's him, first one, 2,900. And then like we were seeing on Chrono 24, they're all around pretty much high 2s. You can see this has a lot watching. These are stock images as well. This looks like the closest comparison though. But it's nice because this is on bracelet as well. And it looks like it comes with the red NATO strap. So that's cool. And now I'm just going to check Watch Recon really quick. See if I get anything here. I do not. Tudor Black Bay. This is a different reference. Okay, cool. So I'm going to leave this one up here then. And we will carry on our search. Okay, so another watch that I really like to work with is the Breitling SuperOcean. And these ones are really cool. The blue bezel is great. I prefer the 44 millimeter ones for these. And we're going to do the same thing. Buy it now, US only. And our target price for these are also going to be relatively around $2,000 at this moment in time with the market. So right now I'm just going to look through this real quick. And I'm going to look for any Breitling SuperOceans that may work well for us. Alright guys, so I have a few here that I was able to find. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So I haven't looked at any of these yet. We're going to go through it. I just clicked on them based off the pictures like I was telling you guys about. Right off the rip, I'm not a fan of this model SuperOcean. So I am not going to carry on looking at that. This one we're going to look at in a little bit. I like that it's a chronograph. We got a scratch on the bezel there that might be able to help us with some negotiation. Let's see. It looks pretty clean besides that, though. Carrying on, we also have the same SuperOcean model. Not a big fan of those. And this one as well. Okay, so let's look at this guy right here. Breitling SuperOcean Heritage Chronograph 46 A13320. First thing I'm going to do is look at the remainder of these pictures. So the band's really worn as well, so that's cool. We can always buy a new one and throw it on there and make it look better. Case can definitely use a polish. And we have that scratch there on the bezel that you can see here in this picture. Let me zoom in a little bit. There you are. Other than that, though, I like this watch. I like the model, and I love that it's a chronograph. So let's check out the listing. SuperOcean, condition is pre-owned, and the bezel shows minor scratches on the face. The leather strap shows wear and tear. You would need a new strap. Watch works good. Please look at all questions, pictures, and ask any questions before you buy. No box or papers. Okay, so that's another thing that leads me to, I really like buying watches with box and papers. So if this watch had box and papers, I would definitely be interested in it. I think it's definitely doable. As we can see, oh, he also looks like a dealer. So there's that. So this one I'm going to choose not to follow through with. Just to go over it though, I like the fact that he has good reviews and they're recent within the past few months. I do not like the fact that he has other watches for sale. And I don't mind the condition of the watch because it's nothing that we can't fix. So some watches, we just recently had a Panerai in and it came in pretty rough shape, but we were able to get a really good deal on it. We dropped it off over to our watchmaker and he polished it up. He made it look beautiful for us and we just threw a new strap on there and it looks brand new. So that's something to keep in mind too. Those are negotiating tools that you guys can use and it doesn't necessarily mean it's a terrible deal. Just curious though, let's check the price comps on this. See if he's a lot lower than everyone else, considering the condition. I'm going to do US only. These are the newer ones. These are cool. So we have a, let me see, blue dial. And it's 46, blue bezel. Okay. One here. Looks like one there. 3,400, 4,300. Another one here at 4,200. And another one here at 4,000 and 4,300. So, I mean, the price on his is really good, but you have to remember that the condition's not too bad. So, I honestly might save that one because I gotta check on how much it would be to add some type of strap on there and or get it polished because a couple $100 to make this look mint and recondition it would honestly have some good margin in there. Okay, so we'll leave that one there and carrying on. So now what I'm going to look for is I'm going to look for an Omega Planet Ocean. And preferably the one with the orange dial. Right here is the first one that shows up. So same thing, we're going to do buy it now. And we are going to do US only. So I just want to make sure it's set for that. And it is. That's awesome. And this is the timepiece that we are looking for. So notice this one has 31 watching. I like to go on here and see what price he's at, what his pictures look like, what his listing looks like, because obviously he was able to get a lot of people interested in this timepiece. So his pictures are great. They're in a nice clean light box. He's got good angles on the watches. It showcases it nicely. And his listing looks good too. So he's a pawn shop. I've done business with a few pawn shops before. It's not too bad. I'm going to say this. This looks like a really good price, but I don't think he'll work with me because he'll sell it for what he's asking for with that many watchers, most likely. But just to show you guys what the comps on this are. Ooh. So that one's not in America. We'll throw this in there. Cool. So 2,900, 4,400. I don't think that's the same watch. It might be. And 3,400. So 2,100's a really good price on that timepiece. His does not have, let's see what that one was on. I didn't notice it. See, this one's on this, on bracelet though, and this is rubber. So we're going to keep looking. Alright guys, so we did find a few Seamasters. I have 1, 2, and then the one from the pawn shop as well, right here. So what I want to do is, first I want to go through these, make sure we're all looking at the same thing. This guy's pictures right here, they probably look like a dealer's pictures. Remember, we don't want that. Plus, this is the 43. I'm looking for the one that's a little bigger. I would like a 45. This one is the 45, and this one is also the 45. So we have these two, and this one was from a pawn shop, but the price is really good. So I'm just going to look through these pictures here. Case looks like it's not in terrible condition. His pictures aren't too great, which is nice. I don't think he's some type of jeweler. We'll go down to the listing. Let's see. He is a retired orthopedic surgeon. Cool. Man, that's a thick case. Alright. Omega hippocampus. Alright. Again, no Omega box or papers, unfortunately. And if you remember, that was the same thing with this Breitling over here. No box or papers. So he has the, what did he say here? He has the display box, but he doesn't have the actual box and papers. So I'm not crazy about that. Again, I really like buying watches with full set. They have the box and the papers, but that's okay. Sometimes it happens. It's not a big deal. I do want to look at this once more, though, and see what this guy has going on. So this watch is running 3 seconds slow. The UV layer of the glass, some hairline scratching. The sapphire is in good condition. And they don't have too much info on the actual watch itself besides this and what we have in the pictures. So, anti-bracelet link pin. I'm just going to look through them again real quick. So I'm actually going to shoot this guy a message and see if he has the bracelet that comes with it, as well as the box and the papers. So we're going to leave this one up because I actually really like the price of this. So we'll do a quick price comparison on this guy as well so I can show you guys. He's cheap. That's the 42. These are the 45s, 45, 45, 42. Huh, it could be a good one. We're going to send him a message and we'll go from there. So when I want to send them a message, I go contact seller, and I always click other. And the reason about that is if we do try and do a wire transaction with this gentleman, or we try to get them off of eBay, I don't want eBay going through the messages because they have bots that go through them, and then they can flag your account because they want everything to stay on eBay, which is okay. But I just don't want to come off and start, be like, hey, can you do a deal off eBay with me? But we're going to talk to him first, and then we'll go from there. Cool. So I just shot him a quick message. One, I just want to start a conversation with the guy, and all I did was ask him if he has the stainless steel bracelet that comes with it, as well as the original box and papers. So we'll see what they say, and hopefully they get back to us. This Breitling, I'm not going to do anything with it just because they don't have box and papers, and I really would like them. So I'm going to close that one out. And for the Tudor, what did we decide on the verdict for this guy? I think we wanted it a lot lower. Let's double check real quick. So this guy was not a dealer, and I just can't remember 79230R what the exact prices were. I think he was high. Yeah, he was. So I'm going to send this guy a message as well. And this one we're going to have to negotiate a decent amount with, but we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to send him a message and see if he will engage in conversation with me. Hey, really like Tudor you have listed. Watch looks like it comes with the full sub. Is that correct? Thanks, Brandon. So we'll see what he says from here, and this guy will try and get off eBay so we can get the price down. Yeah, so that's pretty much going to do it for today, guys. I wish that we could actually do a complete deal here, but what I can do is I will keep everyone updated with these two, and I'll show you the messages that we exchanged back and forth and finishing the actual deal itself. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for today. I will catch you guys up next week on how these deals go, and when they get back to me, I'll screen share again, and we will show the messages that were exchanged. But basically what we're doing is we're trying to find strong deals online, and remember, the best way to do that is look for people that aren't jewelers or dealers and are regular guys like me and you, and they're probably going to be willing to negotiate with you a little bit better. So check the comparables on Chrono24 as well as eBay to find out what those watches are going for, and then do some negotiation on your end just to make sure you're getting a fair price on the watch. So we'll meet back here next Wednesday, and we'll go over exactly what happened, and hopefully I have one of the watches with me so we can discuss that more. And if you guys haven't yet, don't forget to sign up for the Wristre Coalition newsletter. We've been doing a lot of cool stuff over there. That goes out every Sunday. I'll include the link down in the bio, and we'll see you guys next Wednesday. So have a good one. Thank you.